welcome to the second day program of a new reproductive technology and the Global Assemblages conference. I am Yulin Huang from National Chengkong University. I will be the chair of the morning session. Yesterday, we heard a very stimulating discussion about transnational ART, including the service, user, and agency. And in the afternoon session, we also heard a lot of discussion about ART citizenship and regulation, including the LGBT groups. Today, this morning, we have 3 papers focused on social analysis of gender politics and the imagination of ART. So each presenter will have 25 minutes, and after the 20 minutes, the assistant will show you the sign. And after the 3 papers, we will open the floor to the question and discussion. So our first presenter is Professor Azumi Tsuge from Meiji Gakuin University, Japan. And her paper's title is How Do People Perceive Gametes and Embryo? Let's welcome Professor Tsuge.
It's my great pleasure to be here and to share my idea with you. But I changed my title to just delete the subtitle. But it's not only that to delete the subtitles. I changed all my presentation last night or this early morning. I would like to consider what embryo is. In 2000 to 2001, I was a member of a working group to make a rule for establishing embryonic stem cell line by use of human embryo in Japan. Many Japanese, including some scientists in the field of biomedicine, accept that embryo is not just material to be able to use for science research without regulation. In 2004 to 2005, during my stay in California, there is a hot argument whether stem cell research should be promoted or not. I was surprised to see when medical anthropologists and bioethicists from the pro-choice point of view responded to my question that embryo was not right, and it would not be a problem to use them for research. Here, I'll just explain about the abortion in Japan, comparing the US situation. The more than 160,000 cases abortion has conducted in a year. Over 90% of the induced abortions are reported as conducted due to financial conditions, which indicates that women are in a situation where they could virtually obtain abortion on demand. Do you know what there are? What are they? You know, okay, Ms. Gong, you know, okay. It is an icon to push women to mourn their unborn babies, introduced by pro-life ideology in 1960s to 1970s. But from other perspective, many people believe that it is not bad to be able to mourn them with accepting induced abortion legally in Japan. My question is, what does an individual or woman recognize an embryo in the era of biomedicalization? How do we manage or thinking toward embryo, eggs or embryo which already exist outside women's body and being objectified by biomedicine. How can we face with ART as a subject with agency under objectified condition? Informed consent or voluntary will? It's a picture of the Symposium of Stem Cell Research by the Japanese Association of Spinal Injuries, 2010. They emphasize that they want to be treated by stem cells. So, several experts in stem cell research emphasize the present research achievement and future in 2010. After that, iPS cell was found. So that after iPS cell research was introduced, Japanese government encouraged stem cell research strongly. It is said that iPS cell research resolves ethical issues. It's related to the embryo status of embryo. So what is ethical issue I would like to consider with you. So what should I move to the topic about the Fan's case in South Korea? What should we learn from the Fan's case? First, I would like to share my concern with the emphasis on altruism involved in voluntary egg donation as an ethical issue. Second, I'd like to raise a question carefully concerning compassion for people who suffer from incurable disease or disability. Because nationalism and the working of a gender-biased society or patriarchal society tend to mobilize women as egg donors, shown as Fan's case. And National Bioethics Committee in South Korea pointed out that a rush of women to donate their eggs for Fan's research can be said to reflect a biopolitical order in which they voluntarily sacrificed their bodies for the national interest. Among industrialized nations, there is a tendency to give greater weight to the economic benefits of embryo research than to the ethical issues. In these countries, moreover, the public is generally convinced of the virtue of donating embryos for research because the purpose of such research is presented as the development of medical treatment for diseases and disabilities, rather than economic competition. There is a regulation of stem cell and ART research in Japan, but I skipped some. I just want to point that in 2000 in Japan, the law relating cloning techniques said, declared, or defined a human embryo as a germ of life. But they want to use germ of life for research. And the 2010 guidelines of research on producing germ cells from iPS arose for only research use. So I conducted interviews in the US in 2011 because of my interest in pro-choice, US American people in pro-choice as a point of view. They said it's nothing to problem, it's a good thing to donate embryos for research. So that I was interested in how women to cognify their embryo or eggs. So I interviewed 2 women who experienced egg donor, and 9 women with to their husband who had children by use of IVF, ET, or ICSI with donated eggs. So I will show only a part of interview data, but make sure I interview only women who had a baby with egg donor. So I couldn't interview women who can't have a baby with egg donor, or I didn't interview women who don't want a baby with donating egg. So what do women who donated their eggs think about eggs and embryos? But I have to skip maybe time because just I called her eggs. She said she donated her eggs. It's sorry, for money. So she said she provided their eggs just genetic material as a just genetic material. So that she said, she emphasized she didn't agree to have a child. And why? She has 2 daughters, twin daughters, but she didn't use ART, so she decided to donate her eggs. Maybe I can say altruistic reasons, she said, but she received the compensation, and she said also, I think that they were just eggs and there is a part of my genetic about her eggs. And then, what do women who have children through ART with donated eggs, think eggs and embryos? I categorized 6 types, and just the data is very interesting to read, but sorry, I skipped that. Just I explained just the type. The type 1, they preferred to donate their remaining embryos to people who wanted to have a baby. Oh, sorry. And type 2, they hope to donate their remaining embryos for someone who wants to have a baby. However, they don't want to do a full set of genetic tests of the husband as a sperm donor. Therefore, they donate their embryos for research. Type 3, they don't want to destroy their remaining embryos, so that's donated either for fertility treatment or science research. Type 4, they prefer to donate their remaining embryos to science research rather than donating to people who want a child. Type 5, they don't have any option, so that they destroy embryos. But if they had any option, they say something. And type 6 is they can't decide any choice because it's very sad not to be able to use these for herself, for themselves. However, they can't afford to pay for keeping this embryo because of fee for storage, although they don't want to destroy them. Like that, some people said that they prefer donate their remaining embryo to people who want a baby rather than donate their remaining embryo for science research and rather than destroying. And some people say they donate their remaining embryos for science research rather than to people who are donating, people who want a baby. So there is several topics we have to consider about the egg donation or the embryo donation. It's to donate, meaning I think that it's commodification, eggs and embryos. The eggs and embryos are usually inside women's bodies. But when we say, oh, I would donate or my embryos to others, the embryo exists outside women's body per se. And some egg donor said that it's just genetic material. And in Han's case, mobilizing women's altruistic action, doing good things for others. And also, egg donor wife said she donated her eggs to help people. And the women who have a baby, who have children, through egg donation said changing views to eggs or embryos from something in the body or commodity or materials, and they are unable to exchange after they have children. And such technologies induce women's compassion for patients in fertility treatment with incurable disease. It's said to help people, others. So the result from my interview research, and what is the decisive factors to form the cognition of embryo? How does the development of art affect the cognition of embryos? What do affect political debate to I found typos to them. Morgan L.M. showed how human embryos become icons of life. She described that human embryos are represented as species, which result in their objectification in the science field. They are also used as a political message for anti-abortion. Once embryo began to be used for science research, such as embryo stem cell research, researchers were obliged to obtain them from OBGYN. Oh. Sorry, some PowerPoint deleted. Well, so I have to, but maybe time. How many times I have 5? Okay, so I discuss something to use this. So I remembered a woman said, she in United States, she is a pro-choice. She had abortion twice before she got married. But she don't care about that. She didn't feel guilty. She didn't have feeling guilty. And then she had a child. And then she had a miscarriage. And then she had twins after using donated eggs. And she said, she disclosed her feeling about miscarriage. She was confused. She said she was confused to mourn the embryo, the fetus, miscarried fetus. So she was surprised from her feelings, because she was pro-choice, she is pro-choice, but she felt very sad to get miscarriage. So such kind of things she disclosed to me. So that I realized 9 women and 2 egg donor women talked about their feelings, their thought, their idea, their opinion to me about eggs and embryo eloquently. So I realized, oh, I am not American. So that they talk, they tell about such feelings or opinions to me. Because some of them said, when they said, they describes their such cognition, changing views towards embryo from it's not life, it's not human. It's not human, I agree. But after that, they change their views to, oh, it's a kind of siblings of my child. Or it's at least, it's a seed of life. So they also in chaos in their mind. So I analyzed what kind of factors changed their idea. So that their experience of having babies is one, but not all women change their views toward embryos after having babies. And their experience of miscarriage, yes, it affects. But not all women have experienced miscarriage. And I think only 3 women explained their feelings about seeing their experience, seeing embryo. Before they transferred their embryo to their uterus. Maybe medical doctor shows their embryo in petri tissue. So that they said, I think it's a sibling of my children, or I think it's a life. So I analyzed, it's a hypothesis now, but I analyzed such biomedical things shows women shows changes women's something biomedical attitude. No, it's maybe the biopolitical issues. There is biopolitical issues. Or it's life. It's a seed of your baby. And after that, they have a baby. So that such kind of things change women's views. So I didn't reach my conclusion, but I would like to share to discuss about something, such kind of things, how biopolitical issues. And I add one point. They said, they hesitate to say, but they said, I'm pro-choice. I'm not a religious person. I'm not an anti-abortionist. But I feel embryo is life. So I don't know why. So that's all. Thank you.